If there are council members who have announcements you'd like to make, please indicate by pressing your button. Where's my button? Councilmember Karen Johnson. I knew I could count on you.
Every time.
Every time.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, Allen. District 29, I want to thank everyone, all of the businesses, most especially Duke and Misty at the Antioch Shale, our Homestyle Bakery, everyone that gave of their time and resources and donations for the Smith Springs Regional Community Center opening. It was a huge success, and I just want to thank all the neighbors for making that such a special day in our community. This is the first meeting since that. I was not able to acknowledge everybody beforehand, so I wanted to make sure I did that, because everyone in our community is very, very excited and are utilizing the center heavily. The next thing I want to share is I want to invite my district, as well as the entire city, to my swearing-in ceremony as the next Register of Deeds for Metropolitan Government.
Congratulations.
And I will be the third Register of Deeds for the consolidated government. There were many before me, but I will be the third since it was consolidated. And the swearing-in ceremony will be here in this building up on the 6th floor on Thursday, August 23rd at 4:30 p.m. And that is in courtroom 607. There will be a reception immediately following, but I would love to have the honor of everyone's presence at this historic swearing-in. Of course, everyone knows I am the first woman to be elected to that office in the history of our city, and I would be so honored for everyone to come and join me that day. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Councilmember Fabian Bedning.
Thank you, Pro Tem. There is a couple of, as you all know, in District 31, I don't follow up with any rezoning request without having a community meeting. And when a community meeting happens, I will ask the staff and the council to extend the radius of the letters sent to the residents. But even with that, we don't get enough of the neighbors to attend. So I encourage you to sign up for the District 31 newsletter. And to do that, you just need to go to bedne.com, bedne.com. I set up that website a long time ago. And you'll find the link there to sign up for the newsletter, for the District 31 Facebook page, and to follow the district Twitter feed. I think it's helpful to me when you residents or interested people give me your feedback on requests for rezonings. It helps also the developer do a good product. So I hope that you all will sign up by going to bedne.com and just sign up for the newsletter. So there are a couple of projects. People have reached out to me about being interested in rezoning. And when that happens, I will hope that you all will, people in District 31 will come to the meeting and help us make a decision. That's it about rezonings. Then there is the issue of safety. The Southeast Council members had a meeting about safety. There is a perception that the Greenway that is getting ready to double in District 31, the Mill Creek Greenway that will go from Nolensville Road all the way to Pettis. People are wanting to know what are we going to do to make sure it's safe. So I'm asking residents that live along that greenway to reach out to me from the different HOAs so we can create a way to support our Friends of the Greenway group, our local Friends of the Greenway group, so we can find local solutions to these problems. For example, we haven't been able to get cameras on the Greenway. The city didn't have the funding to install those cameras. So we could potentially put cameras on the surrounding properties where the HOA controls it, and that way have an eye on what happens on the Greenway. So there are things that we can do, the local residents. We can fundraise for the Friends of the Greenways and get some safety issues taken care of. So I'm calling the people that live along the Greenway, let's just not wait for the city to take care of everything for us. We can also take the initiative and take care of some of these problems. So reach out to me. My number is 615-829-6226, 829-6226, if you're interested in talking about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'd just like to mention to the folks in the gallery that we do have a policy that everyone in the gallery must be seated. If you can't find a seat, you can certainly hear everything that's going on out in the foyer, and the issues on public hearing that will come up first. If you're not here because of a zoning issue, if you maybe could make a seat for someone who is outside wishing to speak on something that will be on public hearing, then they'll empty the chamber and we can swap people out as you get to the issues that you're interested in. So if you don't have a seat, if you can go out into the foyer and listen to the conversation from there, and then you can just come in when you get to the issue that we're dealing with. There should be agendas out there so you can keep up. The agendas also will be posted on the monitors. Councilmember Anthony Davis.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A couple things this week. On Thursday the 9th, we have a coffee shop opening. Retrograde is doing their grand opening on Dickerson Pike, 1305 Dickerson Pike, 4 p.m. Thursday the 9th. So excited for those guys. Retrograde Coffee grand opening. This weekend, we have Nashville's greatest festival, Tomato Art Fest. Is all weekend. Friday night, there are some events, and then all day Saturday the 11th. So always the second Saturday in August, extremely hot, but we'll be having a good time in East Nashville, so please come out to Tomato Art Fest either Friday night or Saturday all day. And finally, on Thursday the 16th, we've got our Madison Chamber Luncheon at 11 o'clock at St. Joseph's. I'll be briefly speaking about a few District 7 portion of Madison things. Again, that's Thursday the 16th at actually 11:30 a.m. at St. Joseph Community Center there. And then Thursday the 16th in the evening, for Inglewood Place neighbors, we've got a big stormwater meeting, 6 p.m. at the South Inglewood Community Center. Again, that's Thursday the 16th, 6 p.m. for streets like McChesney and Stratford and that area. 6 p.m. South Inglewood Community Center on the 16th. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Freddie O'Connell.
Thank you, Madam President. Just wanted to remind everybody that besides being the first day of Metro schools today, tonight is also the National Night Out Against Crime. Many neighborhoods and communities around Nashville do participate in this. My home neighborhood of Salem Town is down at Morgan Park as we speak, in partnership with both the Mayor's Office and the Metro Nashville Police Department, and I know the Nashville Fire Department is a regular celebrant in this. It's a great way for communities around Nashville to join a national movement that demonstrates community support for the idea of safety in their own communities. It's part of the National Association of Town Watch. If you want to try to join yours, because most of these happen right around now in the early evening, and you didn't know about it, you can just do a search online for Nashville Night Out Against Crime, and there is a registry page that has information about where your own community might be participating. It's a great event. In fact, it's right after we moved to the neighborhood 11 years ago. It is how we met and began relationships with a number of our neighbors as they literally were marching through the streets to just demonstrate their commitment to a safe community, and we've been doing them in the neighborhood ever since. So I do encourage people to participate in that Night Out Against Crime. I would also encourage my colleagues and others to stick around for the end of the announcements periods, because I am excited to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Matthew Walker Comprehensive Health Center here in Nashville. So stick around for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Karen Johnson, welcome back.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As I shared with you just a moment ago, some folks have said that I did not say the time of my swearing in. So the time on Thursday, August 23rd is 4:30 p.m., again on the 6th floor of this building, the historic courthouse, in courtroom 607. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Just to be sure. Councilmember Nancy Van Rees.
Thank you very much. For those of you in District 8 who have not yet received the District 8 August newsletter, I have a couple of things for you to remember. This August 16th looks like it's a busy day in Madison because we're going to be having a community meeting with the Lewis Road neighborhood meeting with Public Works and with planning on necessary steps required to have Lewis Road improved and accepted by Metro for maintenance. There's a lot of steps involved, and we want to explain that, and we'll have people there to explain that. That's going to take place over at Nosy College of Art in one of their meeting rooms at 6:30 p.m. on August the 16th. Earlier that morning, I'll be up at Sip Cafe in North Inglewood for Coffee with NVR at 8:30 a.m. So August the 16th, you've got Coffee with NVR at 8:30 a.m. You've got the Madison Rivergate Chamber Luncheon, and then the meeting about Lewis Road. So it's a busy day on August the 16th in our area. Also wanted to make note, if you are or you know anyone that has been a student at the Art Institute of Nashville, the Nosy College of Art is now accepting conversations to have some of your credits transferred and for you to be able to complete your degree at Nosy College of Art. So if you know anyone involved in that, please make sure that they come on up to Nosy and check it out, and I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Councilmember Brett Withers.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have two announcements for meetings upcoming next week. The first one will take place on Monday at 6:30 p.m. at East Park Community Center, and this one pertains to residential permit parking for the 800 and 900 blocks of Russell Street in historic Edgefield. I have worked with the council office to send letters out to residents on those two blocks. We will have staff from Public Works as well as the mayor's office to explain current requirements for that, as well as give potentially some insights about what that might be looking like in the relatively near future as Metro looks at overhauling our entire parking program. So I really encourage residents on those two blocks to come out. That would also have some relevance for residents on Fatherland Street on the one block who currently have residential permit parking. I do have a survey form for those residents to fill out. They can go ahead and fill it out now or after the meeting. No vote will take place at that meeting, but we will use that as for informational purposes and then look for feedback in writing from some of those residents that are affected about what decision might best meet most people's needs. So that is residential permit parking meeting at East Park Community Center on Monday at 6:30. Then on Tuesday next week, August the 14th at 6:30 is the Eastwood Neighbors meeting that will take place at Eastwood Christian Church at 1601 Eastland. That one also will have some public works and traffic calming components, including discussion about an upcoming restriping of Porter Road near Greenwood that will allow us to accommodate 2 travel lanes, 2 bike lanes in each direction, as well as some parking spaces to help everyone share that stretch of road that has a lot of competition for space right now. We actually have a little bit of additional room in that part of the road, and Public Works staff have come up with, I think, a creative solution that I hope will work for everyone. So that is Eastwood Neighbors meeting at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August the 14th at Eastwood Christian Church. Hope everyone comes out. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Councilmember Russ Pulley, or are we having a committee meeting back there? Got him. Councilmember?
Yeah, just take a moment of personal privilege to recognize with us, we have the winner of a Democratic primary for the State House District 54 seat, Vincent Dixie, with us. So we just wanted to acknowledge that he's here. Thank you.
Carries. Thank you. And in approximately 4 minutes, we will have the presentation for the Matthew Walker.